Partnership is one of the things people use when they want to start a business, because they want to share capital, they want to share interest, they want to share profits, they want to share everything revolving the business. Hey, my name is Caroline Kihugu. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And in case you're new here, karibu. I appreciate you for clicking back. I know you're busy people, but still create a time to come back. Partnership is where two or more people come together with the main agenda of maybe starting a thing, and they know they want to go somewhere. And I think that is our main point today when it comes to partnership. First of all, why would you partner? Why would you decide to partner? And whenever you decide to partner, what are the things you need to look at before starting or deciding to partner? And I think understanding each other's interest, the goals, and the agenda is one of the key things. If I don't know you or I don't know what you want, at some point I will cross your path. But if I understand what you want at the end of the day, then it will be smooth for me to understand what you want and what you don't want. Something else is about the branding. And with this I mean the name, the theme, the color, even the font of the title you want. You see, it seems so stupid when I say this, but then, you see, sometimes in a logo, I want to write the full name, but somebody else thinks having shortcut for the name is cute. But if you don't communicate this, I will feel hurt if we don't say what, if we don't use whatever I want, and in case we used my version and somebody else wanted something else, unless we talk and came into an agreement, then we might hurt each other's feelings along the way. So understanding or talking about the branding, the name, the ways to market, the ways to put out the name out there. And with the name, it might look like a simple thing, but then something I've learned along the way is that the name is an important thing. For example, when I started the Neko cleaning services or the Nakra cleaning services, I thought I just needed a name, but along the way I learned that the name is an important key, since the name you put out there should be remembered, should be an easy name to be remembered. It should send the message you want out there. Even the branding, what you decide to put out there in the public, will people understand with the way you put out like your business cards or anything, even before reading the name to understand what it is about. I just thought it's all a name. Like, there's nothing in a name. That's where we go wrong, because there's everything in a name. A name tells you, a name tells people what it is about. Many strain pronouncing the name Nakre. Neiku, they call it Nakre, they call it however they call it, and not even many remembers it. So there's something in a name. Something else I need to learn about, something else you need to consider is about finances. How much should I contribute? How much should I put into the business, and what is it for? Is it for shares? Is it to purchase things? All that should be noted down. All that should be talked about. Another thing is about understanding personal strengths and weaknesses. If I don't understand your strengths, I will not appreciate it. If I don't understand your weaknesses, I'll not know when to cross them, or which part to cross and which not to go there. I'll not understand what you're good at and what you're not good at. You see, understanding people's strengths and weaknesses is a key thing. Also, talk about rules and orders before you start. Like, what are the things you need followed, and what are the things you need accomplished by what time, so that along the way you don't cross each other's path. Because if you don't talk about it, then if we call for a meeting, somebody will be late all the time. If we call for a meeting, people will not be there. You see, if you don't talk about all this and be specific, if we don't do this, what should be done to that person? Then we also need to talk about each person's responsibility. What is my work? What is your work? In case I don't do this, what will be done? Do you need help here, or will you do it by yourself? So that you don't cross each other's paths, and so that you go as a team. Also, you need to talk about employees, who will be hiring and firing employees, because at the end of the day, we need to settle, we need to talk, we need to be a team, not to break each other's back. We don't want to, like, if I'm the person responsible for that, then let me do it, so that you don't complain that I brought the right or the wrong people. But if we decide we are doing it, all of us, What are the criteria? What are the ways to be used? What are the ways to be followed? That is a key thing, because we need to bring in people who knows what they're doing. Something else is about the finances. So will you keep the finances? And if you decide that you need to open a bank account, how many names will be there, or how will you call it? If you are going to call it the business name, then who should withdraw or deposit the money? In short, which bank to open, who should be who are the signatories, who should withdraw or deposit, such kind of things. One also important thing is, how will you share the profits? You see, this is one of the things that bring conflict, because somebody wants to share profits according to the contribution, that's the shares. Another person wants to share profits according to the clients brought in or the job they are put in. Well, others just want to share profits equally. Well, one person is doing more than the other, and you see, all such kind of things should be discussed even before starting any business. Yeah, we've talked about the business name, we've talked about contribution, we've talked about bank accounts, we've talked about people's strengths and weaknesses, we've talked about each responsibilities, rules and regulations of the companies, we've talked about employees and the discipline, shares, interest. After you've discussed everything, make sure to have everything written down, since it has to be official, like a constitution. A constitution should include all this you've talked about, and the discipline. At least have everything written down. Also, one of the things that might break any partnership is communication. You have to communicate all the time. At least let people know what you're not happy with, let people know what you're happy with, appreciate people where they're doing right. At least talk to people nicely whenever they're not doing things right, and let them know what should be done. Such kind of things. Why don't you comment below and let me know some of the things you should know before partnering with anybody? And if you've partnered with anybody, how was your relationship? For how long have you been partnering? And if you broke, what are the things that made you part ways? I would love to hear those testimonies in the comment section below. Thank you for clicking back. I know you're busy people, but still create a time to come back here. Let me know what you like about this channel and what you don't like about it, and see what we can do about it. Till next time, bye.